Hi guys, this is Albert the Analyst. Back here with another review of another meet. This time it's the London Diamond League that took place yesterday. Geez, the meet was amazing, honestly, from start to finish. The fact that the crowd was sold out and just was so vibrant, I loved it. Now, let's get straight into this video where I'm going to be just, reviewing the women's performances at the meet, where I will tell you my predictions when it comes on to who I thought would place top three in each event, and then I'm gonna tell you the results of the actual thing meet. So we're gonna start with the big blue ribbon event for the women yesterday, which was the women's 200 meters. Now going into the women's 200 meters was Julien Alfred. Of course, Julien is the fastest woman over 200 meter right now. The fastest woman over 200 meter going in. She had a season's best as well as personal best and national record and world lead of 21.88. I predicted her to come first because she's just been doing so well on the circuit, and of course she's the 100 meter Olympic champion who's just been doing so very well over both 100 and 200 this season. For second place, I predicted that it would be Dina Asher-Smith. Of course, Dina Asher-Smith, she needs no introduction. Not only did she have home advantage by running in London, but she's just a really great double sprinter who runs the 100, the 200 with that personal best of 10.83 over the 100 and a personal best of 21.87 over the 200. Very great sprinter. I really love her. I love her accent. I love seeing Dina. I love seeing her execute, especially that I love seeing her 100 meter execution. And I remember last year when it was Dina versus Gabby versus Julien, where Gabby pipped Julien on the line, but that first 150 was all Dina. That was such a really great meet last year. I predicted Dina for second. For third place, I predicted that would be Rashida Adeleke, who's a very great 400 meter sprinter. I just felt like based on the field and with the season's bests and times coming in, Adeleke would be able to get the job done in third place. For my predicted dark horse, I put Darrell Nita, who has been doing very well for this season. I know that she went to a different track club. I'm just looking forward to see what she'll be able to do with this track club. Now, for the actual results of the race, of course, the race was won by Julien Alfred in a massive personal best, meet record, national record, and world lead of 21.71. She ran this into a minus 0.6 headwind. Considering the conditions, the wind, the rain, the headwind, and she almost went 21.6 despite the conditions. Like, this is next level, really. And so I will not be shocked once Julien runs a 10.6 this year, and I will definitely not be shocked if she goes 10.5. Dina Asher-Smith, as I predicted, came second in a time of 22.25 for a season's best. In third place was the standout of the relays, Amy Hunt, who persons chided me for not making her my dark horse, considering how well she's been doing this season. I'm so sorry, Amy. I need to familiarize myself with your game. Amy came third in a great personal best of 22.31 to defeat my initially predicted third place, which is Rashida Adeleke. Amy beat Rashida into fourth place, where Rashida ran a season's best of 22.52. Darrell Nita came sixth in a season's best of 22.69. So overall, it was a really great race. Julien absolutely dominated this one, blew the field away for sure. A really great race. Next, we have the women's 4x100 meters, where I predicted that it would be, I'm going to be honest, right? So for the women's 4x100, I actually, so yeah, I in my notes in the predictions, I predicted that Great Britain's A team would win with Jamaica in second and France in third. Um, and for the results, let me quickly look at the results here. As predicted, Great Britain's women won in 41-69 for a world lead. As I said, they executed very well, but Amy Hunt she made the difference for sure. Second place, of course, was Jamaica in 42-50. Third place was France in 43-54. So that's really good. And then in fourth place was Ireland in a national record of 43-73. So they did very great. Great Britain. Shericka, by the way, Shericka, oh my God, we have been begging, praying for this. I am one person who has been adamant, especially because of the results of World Relays earlier this year. I was like, Jamaica, take Shericka off the anchor leg. I love Shericka Jackson, one of my favorite sprinters ever. But it's become quite clear that the anchor leg, it's just not working out for her as much as we would have hoped. And I was like, even if the anchor leg isn't working out for Shericka, as a world beater, the fastest woman alive over the 200, one of the fastest women over the 100 in history, you should be able to run a different leg other than the first leg. We can't be building these teams around Shericka and then getting the same result off second, third. Do you get what I mean? I'm quite sure that what Shericka wants is a gold medal when she goes to run in any race, relay or individual. And so I believe that once Shericka and all other women for our relay teams, once they're able to run on any leg, we are able to interchange them to make the best team possible, especially considering the competition. So I was so happy and elated to see Shericka on that first leg. She held her own against the Dina Asher-Smith, who's been running first leg for Great Britain for years. Shericka held her own against Dina. Mind you, this is Shericka's very first attempt at the first leg as a senior that we're seeing. And I thought that she would be gapped by Dina, but she wasn't. She held her own, and but however though, the minute Dina and Shericka exchanged the baton, Amy Hunt was gone. So shout out to Amy. She was definitely the MVP of those relays. Third place was France. So, my top three did the thing. GBA team, Jamaica second, France third. Now, I'm not sure how this happened, but on Twitter, of course, I would have... Okay, I know. So I was rushing to post my predictions for the meet before the meet began, and I kind of mixed a few things up accidentally. So on Twitter, I put that Jamaica would come first with Australia third, Great Britain second. However, so sorry about that. That was not my original prediction. My actual prediction would be Great Britain A team first, Jamaica second, France third. So I actually got the top three correct. It's just that I was in a rush, so I kind of messed that up when actually, putting it from my notes onto Twitter. I'm making a note of that because that means that my prediction accuracy is actually higher than I initially thought it was. Which I'll talk to you guys about towards the end of the video. The next event that I made predictions for was the women's pole vault. For that one, I predicted that Molly Cartery of Great Britain would win it. Molly has a personal best and a national record of 4.92 meters with a season's best of 4.80 meters, which she achieved in her very last outing. She's the winner of last year's... Give me a quick second. Molly. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah. In second place, I predicted that it would be KT Moon of the USA. KT has a personal best of 4.95 meters and a season's best of 4.83 meters. She's the 2021 Olympic champion, the 2024 Olympic silver medalist, and also has 2 World Championship golds. She's been doing very well this season. She's been top 3 in every meet. Her last performance of 4 point. I'm sorry, give me a second. Okay, yeah, her last performance of 4.53 meters, which placed her third at the Grand Prix, at Grand Prix Brescia, made me wonder if she could beat, if she can beat the second best of the season in London. So even though Katie had the better season's best, I just feel like based off of recent performances, Molly could still win it. Of course, Katie, could still possibly win. So it wouldn't even be much of an upset if Katie won based off, I'm talking about, my predictions versus reality of what happened. I predicted, sorry, for third place, I put Angelica Musser of Switzerland, who has a personal best and national record of 4.88 meters, which she achieved just over a year ago at the Monaco Diamond League. She's the bronze medalist in the pole vault from this year's World Indoor Champs and flew to a mark of 4.76 meters at her last outing in Luzerne. For my dark horse, I made that dark horse be Emily Grove of the USA. She has a personal best of 4.75 meters and a season's best of 4.73 meters. She's the NECAC Games silver medalist. She won in Eugene last year at the Diamond League. So something that I've been pointing out is that home advantage plays a massive role when it comes on to performances at these Diamond Leagues. So Emily Grove literally won in Eugene last year despite not being despite not having a personal best as as good or as insane, I should say, because it is a great personal best. It's just not as insane as the other ladies, but she still won in Eugene last year. So home advantage definitely plays a role. So I want everyone to just be mindful of that. And that's the very reason as to why I predicted that Molly could win, because of the home advantage. So let's see, so let's look at the actual results. So for the women's pole vault, for the results, it was actually won by Olivia McTaggart, who jumped a personal best of 4.73 to win this one. I didn't predict Olivia in my top 3 nor my dark horse, so that was great. I love when the athletes prove me wrong. I love when they dash my predictions to the ground and they're like, hey, you might have predicted me for third, but I'm going to come first. You get what I mean? So I was very proud of Olivia for doing that. In second place was Katie Moon, who I initially predicted for second place. And then in third place was Angelica Musser, who I actually predicted for third place initially. Fourth place was Emily Grove, who I had made my dark horse. Fifth place was Molly Cloudery, who I actually had predicted for first. So my predicted top 3 and my dark horse came top 5, in the bottom 4, because of course Olivia won it. So yeah, that was great going from Olivia, and great going from all of the ladies. For the next event, that's the women's 400-meter hurdles. For that one, I predicted that Femke Bol would win that one. I don't even need to tell you why. She's the current world leader, the only woman who could really challenge Sydney McLaughlin as well. For second, my predicted second place was Jasmine Jones of the USA. She has a season's best of 54.65 with a personal best of 52.29. She's a double gold medalist at the NECAC Games. And she hasn't raced too much this season, and so I was hoping to see something fast from her, which is why I predicted her for second. In third place, I predicted that it would be Anjanette Knight of Jamaica. Anjanette has a season's best of 53.67 with a personal best of 53.26. Anjanette has 2 silvers from the NECAC Games, and give me just a quick second. 2 silvers from the NECAC Games, and recently placed second at the Jamaican trials behind Rochelle Clayton. Anjanette has been been running very consistently on the circuit, and so that's why I predicted her top 3. For my dark horse, I put Emma Zaple-Talova of Slovak. She has a personal best and national record of 54.24, which she ran this year. notably 4 years since her second best time. So her personal best before this year was in 2021. So I really love that she's, showing that improvement from training. She also ran 5 more times in 2025 with performances that were fast enough to place inside her top 10 fastest ever. So, 6 of her times from 2025 are a part of her 10 fastest times ever. So, she's been very consistent this season, and I felt like if one of the top 3 ladies that I predicted weren't careful, she would upset. Now, for the actual results, of course, Femke Bowl came first in 52.10. As I predicted, Jasmine Jones came second in a season's best of 53.18. And Anjanette Knight came third in a time of 53.79. Gianna Woodruff came fourth in a time of 54 seconds. And my dark horse came fifth in a time of 54.08, which was a massive national record. So great going there, Emma. Of course, great going to Femke, Jasmine, Anjanette, Gianna, Lena, Nelson, Daniela, and Genevieve Russell. You ladies all did very well. For the next event, that would have been the women's high jump. I predicted that Yaroslava Mahochik of the Ukraine would win it. She has a personal best area record, national record, and world record of 2.10 meters and a season's best of 2.02 meters. She's an Olympic gold and bronze medalist, and she's just been very dominant both last season as well as this season. She's actually the back-to-back Diamond League champion since 2022, and she has a whopping 21 Diamond League meetings won in her career. So, it was kind of a no-brainer as to why I would put her first in my predictions. For second place, I predicted that it would be Elaine Patterson of Australia, who has a PB of 2.02 meters with a personal best of 2.02 meters with a season's best of 1.97 meter. She has an Olympic bronze medalist. She has an Olympic bronze medal, as well as gold and 3 silvers at the World Champs. She's been very consistent this season and seems to be able to clutch a tiny bit more than Yulia Levchenko of the Ukraine, who I predicted for third place. So Yulia Levchenko of the Ukraine has a PB of 2.02 meters, quite like Elainer, and a season's best of 1.98 meters, which is a bit better than Elainer's, as Elainer's is 1.97 meters. Yulia is a world champ silver medalist who has been consistent enough to for me to predict her top 3, but I just feel like Elainer clutches a tiny bit more. For my dark horse, I put Morgan Lake of the Great Britain. Morgan has a personal best of 1.97 meters with a season's best of 1.96 meters. She's an under-20 double gold medalist and also has a Commonwealth silver medal. She's been consistent enough this season where I'm like, if there's anyone who could upset the top 3 that I predict, it would be her. Now, for the actual results for the women's high jump, Morgan Lake, my dark horse, proved to be a beautiful stallion, and she actually won this in an equal season's best of 1.96. Second place was Eliner, in a where she jumped 1.93. As I said, she seems to be able to clutch. Third place was Christina Hansel. She definitely upset my top 3. Great going, Christina. In fourth place was Yaroslava, who I initially predicted for first, actually. Fifth place was Imke Onen. Sixth place was Elena. Seventh place was Lamara Diston of Jamaica. Seventh place was Charity Huffnagel of is that America? Yes. So yeah, great going, ladies. Two of my predicted ladies came top 3. I'll gladly take that. So yeah, great going, Morgan, for just showing that it doesn't matter who you're coming up against. Once you're confident that you can win, and once you come in to win, you could beat even the world record holder. So great going, Morgan. I'm super proud of you. For the next event, that would be the women's 5,000 meters. For this one, I predicted that Medina Isa would win this one. I mean, Medisa is, just really very great over the 5,000 meter. Medisa has a world under 20 record and area under 20 record. of 14:21:89 with a personal best of 14:16:54. So, and she's just been doing very well this on the circuit this season. So I just definitely felt like she could win. For second place, I actually had Chaltu Dita. Chaltu Dita has been very consistent this season with a personal best of 14:27:11. Ran in June. For third place, I predicted that it would be Hirot Meshisha, who has been doing very well, of course, on the circuit this season. Also has an indoor 1500 meters bronze medal, and I just felt like she would do well enough to come top three. I had two dark horses, one being Nozomi Tanaka and the other being Fotien Tesfaye. Now, for the actual results of the women's 5,000 meter, let me quickly pull that up here. So it was won, as I predicted, by Medina Isa. Second place was Fante Belene. And third place was Rose Davies. Fourth place was one of my dark horses. That's Fotien Tesfaye. So yeah, great going there from Medina. I definitely expected for her to win. I noticed that the ladies behind her run personal best, area record, season best, personal best. So she's been pulling these ladies to some very fast times. And for that one, I only got one of my predicted top three right or correct, which would have been Medina. So yeah. After the women's 5,000 meter, I had the women's long jump, where I predicted that it would be won by Maleka Mihambo. I predicted, of course, for Maleka Mihambo, give me just a second. I just want to quickly look at some statistics for her. So she's the long jump Olympic champion from 2021. She won silver at the Olympics last year. She's also a double gold medalist at the World Champs for the long jump. She's very, very great. I could talk about her accolades all day long. She has a personal best of 7.30 meter from 2019. I predicted her for first. In second place, I predicted that it would be Iapicino Larissa, who is the defending Diamond League champion, over the long jump with a personal best from this year of 7.06 meters, who's just been very consistent this year. For third place, I predicted it would be Hilary Kipacha. Hilary Kipacha has a bronze medal from 2016 long jump under 20. World Champs with a personal best jumped this year of 7.02 meters. I just feel like she's been consistent enough this year to come top three. And my dark horse was actually Claire Bryant, who won indoors at the long jump and has a Nakak under 23 silver medal. She also jumped a personal best of 6.96 meters indoors actually this year. So for the actual results of the women's long jump, give me just a quick sec. Let me pull that up here. Here we go. Okay, so as predicted, Maleka actually won that. Won in a jump of 6.93 meters. In second place, as I predicted, was Larissa, and in third place was Hilary Kipacha, as I predicted it again. So my 1, 2, 3 came 1, 2, 3, and my dark horse, Claire Bryant, actually came fourth. Sorry guys. So my first place, second place, third place, and my dark horse, as I predicted them, came in the exact same order. So I definitely hit that one right on the head. For the women's 800 meters, for that one, I predicted that it would be won by Georgia Hunter-Bell. Now, the reason why I predicted for that to happen is because Georgia would be running, she would have the home advantage. As I said, home advantage plays a big role when it comes down to these Diamond Leagues. We've seen Americans pull out the craziest of performances in Eugene when it's time for the Eugene Diamond League, but then they may not even do anything as close in another country or ever for the rest of the season. So yeah, of course, Georgia has a bronze medal from last year's Olympics. She also has a bronze a bronze medal from this year's indoors world champs. Yeah, so she's been consistent enough this season where I felt like she could definitely win it. In second place, I put Addison Wiley, and in bracket, I put that Addison could upset. Of course, Addison has been running very, very greatly this year. Addison has a personal best, area record, and national record of 2 minute 2:30:71 over 1,000 meter, with a personal best of 1:56:83 over 800 meter achieved last year. So yeah, I just felt like she could either come second or come first. For third place, I predicted that it would be Alima Nakai, who has just been, running very well this season. She won 800 meters gold at the World Champs in 2019, as well as 800 meters bronze in 2022 for the World Indoor Champs. So yeah, for my dark horses, I put Natoya Gould-Toppin, who's a Jamaican who, she's had a bit of a up and down season in a way, but I feel like Natoya, she's a bit of a wild card where sometimes she might not quite get it right with her execution, but then at other times, like for example last year at the Eugene Diamond League, I was so proud of Natoya. Matter of fact, the time that Natoya I came third in at the Eugene Diamond League last year. Had she executed like that at the Olympics, she'd have actually won the gold medal. So I just really hope to see a lot of consistency from Natoya, because I definitely believe in her. I'm very inspired by her story. I love how, she's always so humorous, so vibrant. So yeah, I predicted her. I had her as a dark horse. My next dark horse, of course, Natoya Gould is the national record holder for Jamaica. My next dark horse was Shafiqua Maloney. Shafiqua Maloney has a NACAC gold medal from 2021 NACAC under 3. Under 23 championships gold medal. She also has a personal best of 1:57:59 over the 800 meters, which is a national record. So yeah, I just felt like if there's anybody who could upset the top three of Georgia, Addison, and Halima, it might be Natoya or Shafiqua. Now, for the actual results, the race was won by, give me just a quick second, women's 800 meters. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so as I predicted, it was actually won by Georgia Hunter Bell in in a season's best of 1:56:74. I predicted second place Addison Wiley came second in a time of 1:57:43 for a season's best, and my predicted third place Alima Nakai actually came third, as I predicted, in a time of 1:57:62. Fourth place was Claudia Hollingsworth in a personal best of 1:58:02. Fifth place was Shafiqua Maloney in a time of 1:58:47. My predicted top three came top three in the exact order as I predicted, and one of my dark horses came top 5. So I'll gladly take that. Very impressed by these ladies. As I said, having home advantage it's a great morale booster, and it just gives you the advantage. And Georgia used that advantage and she won. And then lastly, for the women's, let me just move the phone over a tiny bit. Sorry guys. Let me move over a bit. For the women's 1 mile, I predicted that it would be won by Jessica Hull. As I said, home advantage. I predicted that Gudaf Sigai would come second, but could upset because, despite the home advantage, Gudaf is Gudaf. For third place, I predicted that it would be Berkey Halum. Now, for the actual results of the women's 1 mile, it was won by, give me just a quick second, let me try to find it. The women's 1 mile was won by Gudaf Sigai in a meet record, world lead, and a national record personal best of 4:11:88 to take down Jessica Hull, who ran a massive personal best and area record of 4:13:68. Third place was Sarah Healy in a time of 4:16:26, which was a personal best. And I can't help but notice these ladies, everybody in the race ran something spectacular. If you didn't, for example, meet record by Good Half, followed by Jessica's area record. Sarah ran a PB. Sinclair ran an area record. Marta ran a national record. Agathe ran a national record. Rive ran a personal best. Salome ran a national record. Linden ran a season's best. So this was a race filled with national records, personal best, area records. So this was by far the best collective race of the meet, the best event of the meet. It was amazing, mind blowing actually. And of course, remember I said I predicted Jessica Hull for first because of well, in this event, I guess it wouldn't be home advantage, but more so area advantage since she's in Europe, but it was actually won by Godaf, and I mean it took a world lead meet record and national record for Godaf to take Jessica down, so I'll gladly take that. I mean, my predicted top two still came top two even though it was flipped around, and of course Jessica ran a massive personal best and area record of 4:13:68 for second place. So yeah, overall, this was extremely good for the women. Very, very proud of these ladies. And my predictions, I'm so proud of myself for these predictions. I think I did very well. Now I want to quickly calculate what my prediction accuracy was. Give me just a bit of patience, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 3. Let me see, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so that would have been 5. Okay, so give me just a quick sec. Let me just quickly calculate something here. So 19 divided by 24, 79%. Okay. I thought I wonder if I did anything wrong here. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. So 27, so 15, so 27, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. No, sorry, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22, so I actually got 22 off 27. So that's, let me see the accuracy for that one. Oh, okay. So I got a prediction accuracy of 81% for the women's, the women's events. And for the men's event, I got a prediction accuracy of 86%. So give me just a second. So that's 27 plus, let me see, look at this here. For the men, I believe it was, 18. Okay, let me quickly look at the men's events. For the men's events, where is this? I believe it was 18. So I got 86. Okay, so the best way to do this, I think. Sorry, guys. I hope you guys are still with me. So 81 plus what? 86 equals divided by 2 equals, okay, so I got an 84% success rate when it came on to my predictions for the top 3 for this meet. I'm very proud of myself. Oh my god, 84% accuracy is crazy. Mind you, these athletes, they could be affected by so many things. their mental, their emotional, something they ate in the morning, something they ate before the race, warming up, injuries, niggles. So the fact that I was actually able to predict these events with an 84% accuracy, I'm super proud of me, to be honest. I really hope that you guys are still here at this point of the video. If you are, please remember to like, share, subscribe. And yeah, just remember to spread peace and love. The athletes deserve our love. It's okay to give constructive criticism, but ask yourself, am I showing the athletes as much love as I am showing them criticism? And if your honest answer, if the answer to that is that you're not showing them as much love, please start to show them more love today. So yeah, Albert the Analyst signing out. Bye.